Yep. Look at all that mulch.
I want it.
We need some mulch. We need to ask them where they get it from. This is Kelly Ridge Farms. They're a cidery.
Tumbling Creek cider.
Tumbling Creeks, yeah. And well, he said it was one of the largest hop farms in the southeast United States. And so these old spot pigs are some happy pigs. They get fed all kinds of stuff. Look at it. That's a big pig.
Hopefully we'll be doing a grafting class here soon.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Is that irrigation? Irrigation? That's what that is. That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's a lot of babies.
Oh.
Gotcha. But we are expecting food.
Look at them. They're so sweet.
Those are bacon seeds, honey.
Bacon seeds. They're still cute. You got food in them pockets? Right? Now.
What did you think about today?
It was fun.
Yeah?
No. It was a good learning experience.
Today we went to Kelly Ridge Farms in Meadowview, Virginia, and we assisted in the castrating of their piglets. They have old spot piglets, which is a heritage breed, and they're actually known as an orchard pig. And they have a big, beautiful apple orchard. They are a cidery, so they grow their own hops and their own apples, and they're going to start doing vinegar. And
it's a new thing this year that they're doing.
We've got wood shavings here that acts as the surface for the vinegar mother. So the vinegar mother grows up in here rather than being down in the liquid. And supposedly maybe do about 25 gallons a month.
and what's it called?
It's a trickle generator.
Cool.
So it's got a heater and this controller and some vents here and on the side. So vinegar is aerobic, it needs oxygen, so it will breathe. So we take hard cider, the vinegar bacteria eats the alcohol and converts it to acetic acid or vinegar. So yeast, like regular alcohol fermentation, eats sugar, converts it to alcohol. So and it's a yeast, not a bacteria. And this does this, and that's anaerobic, no oxygen. So as long as you keep the cider or beer or whatever with no oxygen and keep the bacteria out, even if bacteria is there, it's not going to go to vinegar because there's no oxygen for it. So
That's really cool.
this is about our first 50-ish gallons. We're going to bottle maybe tomorrow.
So,
And it's really good. They gave us some to try. And it's,
yeah.
I don't like vinegar, but their apple cider vinegar is, honestly, it's delicious.
Yeah, I was surprised when he said he liked
Yeah,
it.
it was
He likes
really good.
pickles, but he doesn't like
I'm
vinegary
not a big
things.
vinegar person. I don't
I'm
like
yeah.
greens and vinegar, nothing like that.
I'm trying to convince him to, I'm trying to get him over to eating fermented foods, but I haven't quite.
We have different kinds of fermented foods that we want to eat.
We can't get him over the smell of fermented foods. Even, not just cabbage, the other fermented foods also
Like
smell.
what?
There's carrots and stuff.
I don't have an issue with the smell of fermented foods.
You don't, I don't know.
It stinks.
Yeah.
When you make kimchi in the house, it reeks. That doesn't mean I don't like it. It stinks. That's what kimchi does.
Yeah.
Sauerkraut's gross. I don't like cabbage. I don't like the texture of cabbage.
I do. I love all brassica vegetables.
No.
But anyway, we're getting off topic. So you have to castrate male piglets.
You don't have to.
Well, I mean,
But a lot of people choose to. It's an industry standard at this point.
And some people don't think that this is true, but you get boar taint on the meat, on male pigs. It makes the meat taste off and have a really weird taste. I've never experienced it because I've only eaten pork from the grocery store, other than we visited a couple farms the last few weeks and we were gifted some homegrown pork, and that was the first time I'd really had homegrown pork. And we had cooney and then we had just regular like mixed meat breed.
It was like Duroc and
Land race
mix, which it was good.
We decided to go with the Old Spot
for feeder pigs.
Because, which I guess, by the way, we're getting pigs. Surprise! That's our new animal that we're getting. We decided to go with the Old Spot heritage breed. They have a more docile personality, but they still grow out in a good amount of time. Some people will keep them for a longer period of time.
You can choose how long you want to grow them out. You can feed them more and grow them out in a shorter period, or you can feed them less and keep them longer.
Yeah, I've been reading that like the more you feed a pig, the faster you feed them, the more fat that they get.
Yes.
So like a slow growing pig, like a cooney, you wouldn't want to have them free feeding because they are a lard pig anyway, and they would just have no meat at all. Just all be fat.
The cooney meat.
I liked it.
I did not.
I really liked it, and we are actually buying 2 registered pregnant cooney pigs, and so we're going to be doing the 2 Old Spot feeder pigs, and then we're also getting the 2 cooney breeder pigs, and
they're already pregnant, so
yeah,
we'll have piglets May from them,
and so we'll be able to sell the babies and maybe keep some to raise up to butcher of our own. And the reason I went with decided to go with both is because
so close.
Because I want to be in the frame. The reason that I decided to go with both is because the coonies are so slow growing that when the piglets come in May, it'll be like at least 18 months. I've seen people butcher them at 12 months, but at least 18 months before they get to a good size for butchering.
Which is still small. And
they're more of a lard pig. And also because they are really cute. They are like furry little Furbies. I don't know. Every time I look at their little faces, I think about a Furby. Maybe it's just the hair and the colors and whatnot. But they're adorable. And so I was a little bit worried about that, but I thought that it was a good investment. So we decided to get the 2 feeder pigs so that we could go ahead and have pork this year.
Those will also be ready at the end of April, start of May.
Not ready to harvest, but ready
to
buy.
We'll
be home. Getting them, yeah.
They will be weaned at that point and ready to come to us, which we're going to be getting them from the farm we visited today. We've
been working on infrastructure. I've been building all kinds of stuff. Chicken tractors and pig ports and pig feeders.
We also have chickens hatching at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but we have little baby chickens hatching right now. So we'll have a video on that too. I built a big brooder. And so I'll have some videos on just me using my new saw, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I've made some pretty cool things. My mobile pig port is my most proud, the one thing that I'm the most proud of. It's pretty cool. I just wanted to show some B-roll footage and show you guys the farm. We're gonna go back and do a farm tour of Kelly Ridge Farms because it is an amazing place.
At some point we'll be going back to get some video and speaking to the owner.
Yeah, the owner, and then
because the owner still wants
he's over the pigs.
He's over the pigs. Yeah, he's the pig guy.
He's really awesome, and yeah. So
we'll be doing a grafting class with them.
Apple tree grafting class.
We're going to be getting some heritage cider variety apples. We're doing that with they have an orchardist, I believe is what they called him. Mm-hmm. That's what he does. He takes care of orchards. He's very knowledgeable, so we'll hopefully be getting to meet him. Maybe, I don't know if they'll let us do some videos during that class or not.
Maybe I probably won't. Well, I'll just like get some B-roll footage of the farm and stuff maybe that day.
And us grafting, we'll be doing the actual grafting. We're not just buying them. They're going to teach us how to do it.
Yeah, so it was I think it's $15 per tree.
Per tree. That comes with the rootstock and the graft.
And then that's bare root, and then if you want like a pot and soil, I think it's
can buy a pot and soil. Yeah, but I don't think that's really
we'll
necessary.
Just plant them when we get home.
Yeah, we'll just bring them home and plant them.
I don't remember the varieties that they're gonna have, but it's really cool.
There's some older heritage varieties, I believe. Got some lamb from them. We've never tried lamb before.
Yeah,
they do sheep and stuff.
I don't remember what kind they said, but they're really pretty. Like, I'd only really seen the white sheep. But these are all different colors.
They're
spotted
they're meat
sheep.
They're not like woolly sheep. I guess, I wonder if they'd be considered a self-shearing.
I don't know. I don't know if they're dual purpose, or we didn't ask. We would have to look it up.
They're not, I don't think that's really their main thing. That's kind of a side thing that they have on the farm. Maybe just for themselves.
What, the sheep? I think I don't know. I think
they might sell some.
They might sell it. Or like they have like local places that they do. But they definitely sell the pork and they sell the pigs.
And we might hopefully maybe talk to, what's his name? The man over the
Dylan.
pigs. And maybe see his market garden.
Yeah, he has a market garden.
Maybe do
farm.
a bit of a, I don't know if we'll be able to do a tour of that either, but he does a market garden for the local farmers market, which we want to get into. We want to try to do some farmers market stuff this year. We've never really done that.
Yeah, he's going to be over one of the farmer markets in a local town. We're going to try to get in there and figure out. I think he said that it was like, you pay for the whole season, and it's like $50 to $65 for the whole season. So that's really
good. Our locals farmers market is $5 a table per weekend. They just do Saturdays from like 8 to 12.
Yeah, our town, but then they're in the next town over.
They're next to us. So we'll see what we do with that. See what we think, which one we're gonna go with, because we've got, I'm sure you guys can see in the background, I have so many eggs. I got almost 400 eggs last month.
On a short month, 28
on a short month,
February,
with some cold weather thrown in between the chickens and the ducks.
But let's talk about the castrating the pig. Because
so that's that was the big thing today. That was why we went.
Yeah, we went to
learn how to castrate pigs.
Yeah, that when we went to go look at the pigs. To figure out whether or not that was the breed we wanted to go with.
They were getting ready to...
They were getting ready to have the babies, and so I asked, do you guys castrate, and would you be willing to have us watch? Because we want to learn. We want to learn everything we can.
If we get these coonies and have babies, we'll have to
do it.
We'll have to castrate them.
So... And
I would rather do it ourselves than to pay someone to come out. And especially now that I know how to do it, it's really easy and simple. And I would hate to pay someone money for that.
Yeah.
Because it literally just takes betadine and a razor.
Yeah. Was it iodine?
It was betadine.
Oh, okay. I don't know the difference.
The chemical's a bit different. Oh, okay. It was a betadine solution. They're very similar though.
Oh yeah. So, but anyway, we were just grabbing up piglets and seeing if they were male. There were piglets everywhere. See if they were male or female, and
we did.
He held them. I was picking some.
She played with the piglets. Don't let her fool you. I thought
about jumping in and asking if I could cut one, but I was just going to watch for today.
I did not cut one either.
But
he waited until the very last one, and he had already gotten one testicle cut. And he's like, "Oh, well, maybe I should have asked you if you want to do one. Do you want to do the last one?" And I was like, "No, it's okay. Like, it's a pretty simple process. I would feel confident doing it to our own."
Yeah,
just after that little. I mean, after you sit and
hold
nervous. And watch. We did 10. They had 12 boys. We only castrated 10 of them. 2 of them did have hernias. And that you really got to be careful. You can't really castrate them because...
But they're still going to grow them up to a decent size weight.
They will grow them out to a decent weight and keep them separated and butcher them. They're not going to go to waste or anything like that. But they'll probably maybe keep that for personal use.
Yeah.
But you don't want to castrate pigs with that because they can
hurt them.
Die.
Yeah.
If their intestines are in there, drop down into that hernia, you can hurt them pretty bad, and then they'll live an awful short life after that.
Yeah.
So.
I want to show them what we got. Hang on. We got 2 of these generators, solar chargers for the pigs. We got one for the feeders and then one for the coonies. I was just going to put the coonies in a regular cattle panel fence, which I'm still marking off their paddock with the cattle panels, and then I'm going to run electric on the inside on the bottom because
just in case.
Well, I want the babies to be trained to the
you want the babies
fence.
to be trained to
the babies would be able to slip out of those cattle panels because they're not hog panels, so they're big on the bottom. And also we have coyotes, and we have coyotes up there, so I just wanted to be triple sure that everybody was being taken care of the best as they can.
Well, a lot of people want, if they're buying piglets from us, they're going to want them to be electric wire, hot wire trained.
Yeah.
That's what most people use for hogs around here. Well, probably
it's cheaper.
It's cheap fencing, yeah, because you don't have to have the cattle panels.
And it's easy to move them around, especially if you're doing coonies and you want to put them on pasture. You want to have some sort of electric fence or netting or something to move them around in versus like you don't want to keep them in one spot if you have the land to move them around.
No.
Which
we wanted to do Premier 1 hog fencing, but
it's just
a little pricey.
We didn't have that. And these were on sale at a local tractor supply for $104, so that was pretty cool. And but as far as feeder pigs go, not like specialty breeds, you could raise like a fast-grown feeder pig in like a 4-panel little area.
If you don't mind them rooting the ground and I don't want to say destroying it, but
I'd rather have them out in some kind of wooded area or
they can forage.
Yeah. So we've got a nice little wooded area that's between my parents and my grandmother that we have picked out. It's got all kinds of wild food growing in it, like raspberries, blackberries, chestnuts, plums, and that kind of thing.
Would you say like Russian olives?
Yeah, so all that kind of stuff, and
a lot of chestnuts.
They'll be able to clear that out because it's just something.
It's overgrown. We can't use it for anything else.
Yeah, but there's a decent amount of room there.
Yeah.
So
we'll be able to keep them there. If not, close to their entire grow out cycle.
We'll be able to put different paddocks there in that little wooded area and move them between the paddocks and be able to give them the land some rest and let some things grow back before we can move them back, and I think it'll work out good. But all in all, we had a really awesome time. Definitely gonna go back and get some more footage of the farm because we want to do a farm tour for you guys because this place is awesome.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was. So they are our most local cidery around us. I don't think there's really anybody else that does what they do on the scale that they do that doesn't ship in apples. I know that I knew about another one that was probably about 2 hours down the road, but they said that they actually most of the time ship in their apples from somewhere else.
And they're gonna do vinegar, which isn't something that people around here really do either. And
the only other vinegar producer in Virginia is on the other side of the state, is in eastern Virginia, near probably, middle central Virginia towards Richmond, I would say. So they're going to be the second one in the whole state to produce vinegar locally.
What's really cool too about them having pigs on an orchard is they get to take all of the mashed up stuff.
Hummus.
Yeah, from making cider and vinegar and everything. And
all of the apple discard.
Those are some spoiled piggies.
Yeah, I think they said that they usually try to feed them the pumice. It usually falls around Butcher Day just because of the seasons and everything. And so that's some of their last meals is that apple pumice.
And a lot of people will get like apple finished pork. Like they pay a lot of money for that.
Pay a lot of money for that stuff.
So this is a really awesome operation. They've got they're one of the largest hop farms
in the southeast, this far south.
Yeah.
Which it didn't look like they have a lot, but I don't know much about hop growing.
No, they did. Okay, I'm putting in some footage. You can't tell now because they're not. Yeah. They died down to the like a bulb, like a rhizome. Yeah. And then they grow up. Oh, they're super tall.
And they're really tall. They're probably 20 or 30. They're probably 30 or 40 feet in the air. They grow like the wire.
I can't wait to see them growing. I don't know anything about hops. Don't know anything about all that stuff. But I'm excited to go check that out. Yep. And we'll definitely keep visiting them and showing you guys.
They're really awesome people too. They're really nice.
Kelly Ridge Farms in Meadowview, Virginia. Check them out. We'll put a link down in the description.
Yeah, we'll put they got a Facebook and Instagram and stuff, I think.
And we'll see you guys in the next one, and we'll show you the baby chickens.
Baby chickens.
Bye.